This is Dominic with Maximum Threshold, and I have old friend Don Jamieson here. So touching bases here, just saying hello, just shooting the shit for a little bit. I want to see what he's up to.
Well, it's good to see you're up to what you're doing, man. I mean,
thank you.
I came on with you in the earliest of early days. When we come through Cleveland and play at the Improv, me and Florentine, and you were like just starting up, man. And look at we've grown our show, you've grown your show, and
8 years we've been doing ours.
Yeah, and metal has grown. Obviously, as you can see from this weekend, 100,000 tickets sold.
Yeah.
Metal is not dead, folks. Come to Columbus, Ohio this weekend, and you'll see that.
Make sure you check out Exodus on the stage tonight.
I will be side stage for Exodus, and then I'm dragging Rob Dukes over to the comedy tent to introduce me over there. So
have you got a chance to catch up with Craig Gass this weekend?
Craig Gass sounds familiar. Oh, that's the guy rubbing.
Gay one. Oh, the gay one.
Craig Gass,
the winner of the Pride Parade comedy competition. You don't remember Craig Gass?
No, I was at the Pride Parade, but I didn't swallow.
Oh my God, you are
the bottom feeder.
Best Buns from Pride Parade. Best Buns, Don. It's a pleasure to meet you.
2 years in a row.
Check that out.
Honored. He's not even gay. I love this guy.
I would have won 3 years ago, but I was bleeding back there, so they disqualified me. Yeah.
And he's not even gay. He just has an ego about his buns, and they're phenomenal. They are very strong.
Word on the street too.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Craig Gass, ladies and gentlemen.
That's right. Yeah, I really did not see you behind me either. I just brought you up.
Really?
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
Hellbent for Laughter is available on iTunes. I actually gave it several plugs. See, in a backwards way, it was a compliment when we did the roast because I'm insulting him, but I kept plugging Hellbent for Laughter, which I know is a comedian. If he would have said anything about me and named my thing that I was doing, I would have been like, that's cool. Put that out there. So.
I know, but you can tell the joke.
It was
because we did the roast of Corey Taylor, and of course there was a lot of ball breaking going on.
Yeah, and I said it was a joke that it was one of the few jokes I actually kept trying on my friends, and they were like, "What?" And I go, "I believe sometimes you have a joke and people might not get it, and you think, all right, that's because my friends are stupid,
right.
But I'm just I know this joke is going to work."
Yeah.
And I literally, up until I said it on that stage, it really felt like a gamble. But the joke was, Don Jamieson is actually a friend of mine. We've hung out many times, and I'm really proud of him. He's got a new album out called Hellbent for Laughter. And Don, congratulations! I heard the big news from your label. I just announced today, Don's album just went triple. So
that's pretty damn good.
In 3 copies, yeah. And it was the best joke. It was the best joke about me of the night because I didn't cut the sideburns in, so everybody was crossing out their sideburn jokes. So I blocked them out. So, but we had a blast, and you're getting under someone's skin when they throw a cup of coffee at you.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that was weird. The whole time Don was on stage, Sebastian, because Don was sitting behind me.
Yeah.
So whenever somebody goes up, Sebastian Bach would then take that person's seat. So while Don's on stage, Sebastian is sitting right behind me, and Don had a lot of Sebastian jokes. He really teed off on Sebastian, and all I would hear, I would hear the first part of Don's joke, but before the punchline, it would get stepped on where I was at because Sebastian was like, I haven't fucking heard that before, dude. Yeah. Okay, dude, whatever. And then there was 1 or 2 jokes that Don did that was like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. And then I think the 3rd or 4th joke, there was just silence, and that is because he was reaching
for the hazelnut.
The 3rd or 4th joke was really hit him a little too hard, and then the 5th joke was the one where the coffee went flying up in the air, and I remember just thinking I heard it get chucked, and then I looked at Don and I was like, as a comedian, I felt bad for him because I'm like, fuck, you don't want anything to interrupt your jokes, man, especially when you're on a roll and you have the jokes. It's doing a new set in front of, for the first time. It's fucking, you really gotta really work hard to do a brand new, because usually as comics, you have a long time to work on material. You only get one shot to do these jokes, and to have somebody interrupt it, I mean, it's like, but yeah, he was
with
pissed.
A hot beverage, So
how was the comeback off that?
For his comeback?
Yeah.
Well, no. Well, what happened was then Jose Mangan from SiriusXM was the DJ, and he came down with a Monster Energy towel, and he was actually being nice and toweling me off. So how did I repay his kindness? By shredding him.
Yeah.
And then I had 3 more Sebastian jokes that I wasn't going to do, but then I prolonged his agony by continuing to bash him. So
Good
that's
job.
how I responded.
Yeah, the roasts are very, very scary situations, man. And as a comic, it's you go up there, and I think all the comics kind of bond together in knowing that the non-comedians could go either way. I actually thought Clown, when he pulled out a knife, he pulled out a steak knife and started stabbing the roasted pig that was on stage, and he looked at all of us, and I was like, all right, it got weird for a second.
Yeah, like is he looking at us like in the Bugs Bunny cartoons where he's actually picturing one of us as the pig roasting on a spit, and he's going to put the knife in us? Yeah, plus he's got that creepy mask on.
Yeah.
It's even though it's Clown from Slipknot, you're like, he might still be a serial killer.
I did hear Clown before the show. I don't know if I told you this, but I did hear Clown before the show saying to his friends, like, bro, I'm fucking real, bro. I don't care, man. Like, if somebody pisses me off, I'll fucking punch him. I don't care, man. I'm fucking real. And I remember thinking, oh my God. And I did a really pussy move. I buddied up with him.
Right.
And I started telling him, like, advice about the roast. And he was like, bro, that's some good advice. I go, absolutely. My name's Craig Gass. If you need anything. Like, it was a real pussy thing to do.
It's a great move.
But I was like, because I know that if you start flipping out and start wailing on Don and Jim, just remember, I'm your friend.
I'm the good one.
And you know what part of what scared me was? Is I heard that someone was actually really mad at Jim a few years ago that Chris Jericho really wanted to kill Jim.
Yeah.
So I got
I'd love
scared.
to have seen that.
Yeah.
That would have been beautiful.
To watch Chris Jericho beat the shit out of Jim.
Ouch.
There's your exclusive.
Bro, come on. Ouch.
We almost had Jericho attack Michael, the other guy who does a show with us, on his tour bus. Because you know how when we do our show, we always talk a lot of shit jokes and stuff like that, dick jokes. So we tried that off with Jericho, and he wasn't down with it because he was just started his tour, the record just dropped, and we were just talking about trannies and shit like that. Well, he was just getting fired up.
He wanted to be a respected artiste.
He was. But the Duke of Metal came in and put his arm around Michael and said, please save him.
Yeah, it's all right. Your arms are bigger around than my leg is. It's okay.
Do you guys mind if someone else joins us? Because there's actually one of our favorite comedians just walked over here. Do you mind if he sits in?
Yeah,
sure.
I don't know if you ever watch the Artie Lang show, but Mike Machetti's here, and Mike is oh my God, Mike, it's good to see you. Mike, here, you can take Mike's seat.
Oh, and Tracy Morgan just walked in.
Oh, bring him on.
Oh, look at Tracy.
Damn.
Hey, Mike, say hi.
Hiya, Tracy. What do you call? You've been a great friend over the years. Tracy, I think this is our year. What do you call? Like I said, how's Jim Norton?
He's doing good. I love Jim. A lot of angry white people here, though. This music sucks. I don't like this music, Mike. What are we going to do about this music? We need some Lionel Richie in this bitch.
Oh, God. Tracy, am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
I'm one of your biggest fans, but this is a heavy metal concert.
Yeah.
Am I right or wrong?
There's a lot of scary white people out here. They're all on meth. How about me and you? We go outside. We'll put a baby in some girl's butthole.
Oh, God. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you for that tribute.
All right, man. I got to get out of here, man. These white people are scaring me.
All right. See you guys later, man. Mike Machetti and...
Thanks, man. Thanks for being here, man.
Mike Machetti, I love that guy. What the hell's Tracy Morgan doing here, man?
I don't know, man. I didn't think he was in the metal, man, but I heard him singing Mouth for War outside earlier, so he might think he's a Pantera fan.
Holy cow. So now what? How do we end this interview gracefully? Is it
my
possible?
interview.
But I'm crashing it, so how do I pull out of here? Okay, Hellbent for Laughter, available on iTunes. It went triple.
Nice.
You could be the person that we remember as number 4. Number 4, I know you're out there. Hellbent for Laughter, iTunes. Google it. Google Hellbent for Laughter, and you can find it. Some of the best comedy tracks I've ever heard of in my life. I have an autographed copy at home, so there's 2 other people.
The MP3 version?
Yeah. And it's fucking. I love this guy.
And then only after you buy my album do you go and get Craig's album, The Worst Comedy Show Ever.
Well, that was was my first album. I actually have another album called Hellbent for Laughter, which is awkward. But Google Hellbent for Laughter, Don Jamieson, Hellbent for Laughter.
He puts a 4, the number 4, instead of the word 4.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a little different.
You don't go Roman?
No.
Yeah, and it's kind of weird, man. I spell laughter Laffter, and but it's
I'm sure it's a coincidence.
get both copies, judge for yourself.
I did get number 4 though.
You did?
I got it free from the label though.
Yeah, all right.
Does that count?
All right. That happens. It's okay.
They can skip over me.
Is there a don-jamieson.com?
That's it.
All right, don-jamieson.com. It's JAMIESON.
Wow.
don-jamieson.com.
You're really making up for that one joke.
T-shirt.
All right.
T-shirts.
Mad at you.
Get your, any of your DVDs.
Don Jameson Sideburns available.
Don Jamieson Sideburns for Christmas coming up. Whatever you need for your kids.
The whole family can look like me.
Yes, that's right.
I even have them for the dog.
don-jamieson.com. I love Don Jamieson.
How about yourself?
I'm the president of the Don Jamieson fan club. My name's Craig Gass. You might want to Google that.
I will do that. How's that? 1 S or 2 S?
It's 2 S's, and I love Don. And I've for a long time I've been following him around, going to shows, and just supporting him. It started out as a weird thing. He kind of didn't know that I really was sincere, that I loved him, and then it turned into a thing where he realized that I really was just a fan. Just a fan. I wasn't trying to bug him at all. I didn't mean to come to his house. You know, I found it online. So, and
the address is there.
Yeah, and he's gonna
Google, especially Google Maps.
It was even weirder when I had Florentine over and Craig sat in between us and pretended he was skiing. Yeah,
it's pretty rough.
I mean, that's a fan.
Don Jamieson, as you pointed out, has a significant cock for a white guy.
Yes,
and it's very
an asterisk on it.
Yeah,
for a white guy.
Now, was it Olympic skiing or was it a slalom?
I'm trying to figure out those visuals in my mind, and neither of them apply to my penis.
Yeah.
No, but it's more like a mini toboggan.
I gotcha.
Yeah. But everything I've seen of this guy, I love. Master impressionist, favorite impressions I've ever heard, and I love Don Jamieson. So don-jamieson.com. Sounds good.
Do you have any websites or anything?
Yes, it's Don Jamieson without the e.com. This is all about Don. I love Don.
I got you.
But we'll do it separately.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'll plug don-jamieson.com.
It sounds good.
I'll crash it. and plug CraigGass.com. Your daughter's calling an end to this interview.
Yeah, she's acting like she's a PR person.
Yeah. She's like, he's got to move along.
There's nothing's more important than Don right now.
Yeah. So I think that's about says it all. Yeah.
So what
I
else
want to go watch Exodus, so let's go do that.
Let's go do that.
All right, brother.
Okay, man.
Nice to see you, and congrats on all your success, man.
Same to you,
Really
too.
mean it, man.